Alright, hey guys, here's a quick video. Today I kind of want to talk about, going to talk about my day just a little bit. I've been literally tired all day because I felt pain in certain parts of my body. It took me all day to get the strength just to go over to Department of Human Services, and I talked to them twice, but I went online before I actually went over there, found their number. It says that they close at 3, but then I talked to the guy on the phone. He was like, yeah, they close at 4. So me being me, I'm like, yeah, I have until 4 o'clock. But luckily I had read online that they close at 3, so I wasn't really upset. But I did get upset because I was like, man, I went all the way over there. It's a Friday. I finally got the strength to get over there after learning that yesterday that's where I should go. But now that I'm up, I'm pushing through my pain, which is something that I have to do, which is a challenge some days, to push through the pain. And I forget that even when you work out, they talk about no pain, no gain. So when I work out, like do those exercises with, from physical therapy, although they don't hurt, I do realize that afterwards I always feel better, like 2 days afterwards. With me sleeping so much lately, and I'll admit, over the past 2 days, I was in a depressive state. I wasn't feeling the greatest, and I know myself well enough to know that when I get depressed, I tend to eat more sugar. So you'll see me like chewing gum. You'll see me, like I'll grab a box of cookies and eat them because I'm thinking in my head, like I don't know what to do. Yesterday, just by speaking to Social Security Administration and speaking to the guy, I spoke to him about an hour and a half to get through the application. It helped me out. It actually gave me hope that I will find a solution to my income issue right now, where I feel like no one's really paying attention to me asking and requesting for help. I had my GoFundMe up, and then TikTok. I listened to TikTok, to some TikTokers, and they said that on TikTok, at least they share your video. So as long as you meet the requirements for what TikTok wants in their videos, like I posted a video this morning, and in the video I did curse, right? I'm not someone who typically uses curse words, but in the video I did. I was taking out my frustration in the video, so I used curse words. And they didn't post it. So I'm gonna edit the video, make it more user-friendly, more kid-friendly, and then put it out there because I do think it has good elements in it. A lot of these news organizations like to publish feel-good stories. When I listen in the morning, it's a lot of feel-good stories, and I too was one of those like, oh, I only want to hear feel-good stories. But there are not so feel-good stories out there too, and it's like we all have to find like that balance. I remember there are times where I was fearful, like I don't know if you remember the marathon bomber in Boston. That morning I was so grateful because where he set off, I don't remember if he set off the bomb. I would have to go back, but my girlfriend and I were dating at the time. We were going to be right where he was, where he left his backpack. So I remember just saying, I'm very lucky that morning I decided I don't want to go, so we didn't go. And it would have been a fun event. We decided to do something else other than going down to into Boston. It's just stuff like that sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, I'm glad that that's not me, and there's always someone worse off than I am. So I have a reason to complain because I need to complain in order to get my issues addressed, but there's always someone worse off, so I can still attempt to put a smile on my face even when I'm in pain. And that's what I try to do every day, and I do have to push through my pain. I've seen my mother do it for years, and I'm just using my mother as an example. I've seen plenty of people do it, especially in sports. But I feel bad for athletes sometimes because they're in this pocket of being pushed to be successful all the time, right? What's her name? Thomas. I think it's Alyssa Thomas. They said that her shoulders, and I don't remember the exact injury, but for some reason she's been in the WNBA for a long time. I wonder in my head, why has she not gotten her shoulders fixed, right? She's one of the most successful WNBA players out there. She's still very, very successful. And I wonder why she hasn't got her injury fixed. And I think a lot of it has to be with her being in a certain pocket, if you will, of success. Like, she has to be successful. In athletics, you're pushed to go to be the best performer that you can possibly be. And I remember, just for my own story, like my coach telling me to push harder, because he was like, oh, you should do this because you can do XYZ. I was like, I didn't know that I could do that. When he pushed me and told me that I could, all of a sudden I was running faster, right? I was moving differently. And I've kind of used that mindset with a lot of my early in my career. Not until I got into project management that I realized there's this thing called plan to actual, and I talked about it in a previous video, where you may set out a plan. Maybe your plan is to go buy a car today. You have $2,500 cash. You make an arrangement on Facebook that you're going to give this guy $2,500 cash. He agrees, but by the time you get there, he's already sold the car, right? Your plan was to buy the car, but you couldn't buy the car. And then what actually happened is that you could not buy that car because the guy sold it. Life happens like that more than you might know, and we have to, especially when you're active, you're gonna hear no. I think it was, and sorry, I don't remember everyone's name in business communities, but it was like, you're gonna hear more no's than yes in business. It's that you can't give up on your dream. You have to continue to push. If you know that your dream is something that you can feel comfortable with, then you have to keep pushing towards it. For me, I'm not measuring my success off of financials, right? I have a lot of knowledge, and if people were to call my phone, then maybe I would make some money and be successful, right? So I know that the majority of my issue is marketing, which I'm working on, but I do have to work on creating an income for myself, income from a business, income for myself. And now I feel like I have enough energy to actually do it today. So when I get home, I'll probably fill out that application that I plan to fill out. And yeah, it took me all day up until now to get any sort of mojo to do anything. But I'm now at 8 minutes on this phone, excuse me, and I have hiccups right now, so I have to figure that out too. And I'm going to contact my doctor about that one. But yeah, I just, we live in a world where half of the people that I talk to don't know, so I might have to, I'm now the older guy, right? I remember people saying this about me, like, yeah, I don't understand their situation, so I have to sit down, take a couple seconds, and really read the situation a little better. But yeah, that's going to be this video for today. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this one. This is just going to be an updated vlog, and I hope you have a good day. Like and subscribe if this is on YouTube, and this will go on TikTok at some point. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.